How does the continent actually capitalize or take opportunities within generative AI?
Last week, I was approached by a guy in Mozambique. He said, "Okay, TC, I heard you are working on hemp. I want to make hemp houses in Mozambique, which are cyclone-proof." Then I went on to ChatGPT and I prompted it to say, "Give me a house which is built from hempcrete. Hempcrete is used for making blocks, but these blocks are non-weight bearing."
When you use your AI as a brainstorming partner or a partner that amplifies your intelligence, right? And I think within that, just that, I don't want to go too far and start naming different things you should be looking at, but just knowing and understanding that AI has the capability to be able to amplify your intelligence, that is massive.
Welcome to Beyond Echoes. This is Emerging Technologies. I'm here with my co-pilots, DC and Shabs. Today we're talking about the opportunities that exist within AI and just to look at how little or how much do we know about what exists within the AI space. Shabs, what are the opportunities that are there for the continent to explore?
Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate the intro. I think there's a under usage of AI when it comes to your cognitive partnership. So what I mean by that is when you use your AI as a brainstorming partner or a partner that amplifies your intelligence, right? And I think within that, just that, I don't want to go too far and start naming different things you should be looking at, but just knowing and understanding that AI has the capability to be able to amplify your intelligence, that is massive.
Yeah. DC, back in, say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we had something called Web 1, right?
Yes.
Where all we did as humans was we extracted text from the web. We were not able to upload our videos, put up our dance videos, and so on and so on. We were not able to give into the technology. We were only able to extract it in text. Into Web 3, we were then able to play around, Instagram, Facebook, load our stuff. We're now in a space where there's AI. Is there a time where we can actually input into it as opposed to just merely extracting from the technology?
Definitely. I think AI is just like any technology. It uses what you call giggle, garbage in, garbage out. So we need to feed data into AI. I'll give an example. Last week I was approached by a guy in Mozambique. He said, "Okay, DC, I heard you are working on hemp. I want to make hemp houses in Mozambique, which are cyclone-proof." Then I went on to ChatGPT and I prompted it to say, "Give me a house which is built from hempcrete. Hempcrete is used for making blocks, but these blocks are non-weight bearing. Then give me bamboo. Bamboo is weight bearing." So I had to give ChatGPT the information on what are the basic constructs of this house. At the end of the day, AI gave me back a bamboo hemp house.
Wow.
You see?
Bamboo hemp house.
There's nothing like that right now, but I had to give it information to say, okay, bamboo works for this and hempcrete works for this. So what we need to do is, like what I was saying, let's bring imagination to AI and feed our imagination to AI so that it gives us those expected results. If we don't give AI data, we are not going to get anything. All our problems actually can be solved because what has happened over the past 5,000 years, depending on how you calculate human creation, there's been data collected.
Yeah.
Why should you not use that data?
Brilliant. Now, I've got a funny question to ask you.
Yeah.
You know how we call everything that brushes teeth Colgate?
Yes.
And All Colgate is toothpaste and all toothpaste.
No, you didn't.
So is all AI ChatGPT?
All AI is ChatGPT right now.
Please school us.
In every African country, all AI is ChatGPT.
Yes.
Grok out ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gemini out ChatGPT. And really, where that stems from is ChatGPT has the majority share when it comes to usage, right?
Or was it because they were pioneers? They were
pioneers,
front runners.
Front runners from a chat commercial user interface. And due to that, credit to them, they've kept that.
Right.
So if you check the percentages of usage of AI or generative AI commercial models, you'll find that ChatGPT, and I stand to be corrected in terms of the numbers, it's something like 7 million users per day.
I've stopped
or per
tracking.
week,
Yeah.
right? And then the rest of the guys, your commercial Gemini and so on, it's maybe 2%.
I've never
you
used
know,
Gemini.
Or 1% for the next guys. So there is such a big discrepancy between what people know and understand as generative AI and usage that first mover's advantage really counted so beneficial to ChatGPT.
How does the continent actually capitalize or take opportunities within generative AI?
So within generative AI, we touched on cognitive partnership.
Yeah.
My partner in crime here, DC, gave a really good example. And I just want to unpack what he just said, because that is part of cognitive amplification of your intelligence, right? So you have a problem, right? Somebody contacts you and says, hey, I know you're working in hemp, but I would like you to try something completely different, right? Because you don't have every other element that you need, you're leveraging AI to fill in some of the rest and then test that assumption on top. So that's where the cognitive amplification comes in. So you can run different simulations, you can do different scenarios, and you can test that. So within that, there is plenty opportunities. I'll give you an example, right? And it's not out there as much, but you can imagine you could do or simulate what's the name again? I just went blank.
We need AI
customer.
on you.
Yeah, no. Customer profiles, your
Right.
ideal customer profiles, right? I don't know why I forgot that AI. AI, where are you? Where are you? You know. So you just imagine if you could simulate your ideal customer profile when you're trying to launch a product.
And it gives that to
And
you.
it gives that to you. How many millions are you saving?
Jeez, DC.
You know,
Imagine for him dollar what you could actually
no.
possibly.
There's a lot. Initially, okay. One of the things which most of people don't have is basic administration. Just imagine a project management application on how you manage your assets. You can easily do that to deploy your assets in a most efficient way. So AI just brings efficiency in the way we are doing, but also we can develop new products.
Yes.
Just imagine making a new fuel, aviation fuel made from hemp or made from castor oil. You don't need to go into a lab to do the simulations. AI will do the simulations for you, because right now, that AI, there's an AI system from the Google one. What is it called? Gemini, but they're using the quantum computing.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
they're coming to understand. No, those equations which Einstein was making, they were not the every. In fact, there are new equations about
Quantum physics,
Quantum
yes.
physics.
Yeah.
So AI is bringing a new knowledge frontier which we never knew about.
Right.
And one of the things when I was listening to one of the podcasts, in terms of forensic investigation, because AI can go down into big data and really extract the causality of a phenomenon.
Amazing.
Because in most cases we think, okay, the cause of this thing was this. But given AI and its ability to mine the data,
Yeah.
we may find that most of the things which we consider to be knowledge and as a result of certain things, they may not be like that. So AI is increasing the frontier of knowledge.
Amazing.
That's why the universities, like some of us, we are scared, because AI is going to unfold new knowledge systems, which may actually dismiss what we think is truth.
Absolutely. And there we have it. In the world of evolving technology such as AI, we need to sort of play the front game. And what is the front game? At Homegrown Radio, Emerging Technologies, Beyond Echoes, we'll look to educate. So we're going to be holding up educational series in terms of how people can actually demystify, play with the technology, and just get in the game, because that's what we need to do. We've got to get in the game. And one of those games that we're talking about is getting into the hemp dollar, which is our next episode, where we're going to be joined again by DC and Shabs and talking about the hemp dollar.